Good morning.
Welcome to the Sir Valentijn Man Cave. I'm here with the beautiful, the illustrious, she takes makeup way too seriously,
Princess Pixie.
We're gonna dive into drag queen shit today. I know I say I normally hang with the kings, but today is a drag queen day. It's a girly day. It's a woman day. I will also do some womanly makeup, and and you will do what you do best, probably.
You know it.
Yeah. All right, we've already done primer.
You have done primer.
I have done primer. I am gonna be probably considerably done earlier than her because I don't have to block my eyebrows so much. I can do 2 layers and that's it. This whore has to do 7.
I do 7 layers of glue. It's insane, but it works.
It works.
I've already done a few, so that I guess that's nice.
Yeah.
What do you use for contour? Oh, the Krylon.
It's just old school TV paint stick Krylon. Shout out to my last video where I told everyone how to do a manly contour with them. This time we're doing something in between.
Can I just say I don't like the Krylon sticks?
Tell me more.
Yeah, I think they're disgustingly greasy, and from a makeup artist standpoint, they just do not last the same way as my foundation does. I know they're meant for a theater, but they're just not for me because they feel like they get all grainy and sandy, like little specks when they're on your face for a long time. And my normal foundation doesn't do that.
I'm sorry, my skin is too perfect. I'm sorry, my skin doesn't have that kind of effect.
Love that for you.
Yeah, I love that for me.
So these are 5 layers of glue now, and they're pretty flat. I usually do 7, so there's 2 more when these are dry. Are you gonna do 7?
I do 2 layers. I have shitty little eyebrows.
You don't need much glue.
I don't need much glue. Small eyebrow privilege.
I'm using a foundation powder to block my brows because it already has pigment, so it helps hide the brows already.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I prefer this instead of a setting powder because it's powder. It kind of does the same thing, but this just has a little bit of pigment to it.
Who taught you to do makeup?
So I taught myself how to do makeup, but I've been obsessed with NikkieTutorials ever since I was a small little infant.
Shout out to Brabant.
So yeah, I was obsessed with Nikkie for ages, and then I just started doing my makeup myself. And I've done makeup since 2018.
That's considerably, that's like 5 years now.
Yeah, it's 5 years now, and I've been doing freelance MUA work since 2020. So
during the Corona period.
Yes, because there was a lot of like those underground parties, and people wanted their makeup. I did for a lot of friends.
So you were part of the underground party cartel.
I mean, yes and no, because it was allowed to party. It was allowed to party during those times, just till 10 p.m. So I was maybe part of the problem, but not directly. But I didn't really start doing drag till this year, actually.
Yeah.
I joined. I was like, I wanted to go to my first drag show, so I went to House of Salvia, which is my current house.
Shout out House of Salvia.
But basically, I was there as a viewer, and I was enjoying their show, but I got sued up by my date. So I was there all alone, and it was way too early, so I like stood out.
Yeah.
And then like I love to remember stuff, so I film everything. So I filmed all their acts and I posted it on Instagram, which is my makeup Instagram. And Emily saw my profile,
and then they were like, please can you teach us? Please?
So they were like, do you want to come over for coffee? And I was like, yes. So then the conversation started on Valentine's Day. So I've been part of House of Sylvia since Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's so thematic. Woo! Because I vividly remember being at Breda at the time, and I was at the school that you study at because I was teaching classes there. I was like, look at that tall, beautiful person with all that makeup on. They have something going on there. I know for sure that they have something going on there. And then I talked to you, and you were like, yeah, I'm going to a drag show tonight. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
House of Sylvia, right? Yeah!
It was really fun.
Yeah, and then I was like, the next time I saw you, I was like, I remember you because I am a weird person who's like, likes to spot queer people in the wild and likes to be like, hey. Someone who finished art school in 2020 during the pandemic, very cool to see, like, oh, apparently there are art school students also exploring the art of drag, even if I guess technically
the academy doesn't really count it as art.
It's most of the time it's seen as entertainment, whether typically the groups that we hang out with, it actually is like, how can we make this as impactful as possible? We're much more conceptual than, let's say, the average Amsterdam experience. Yesterday we had a lovely show together. It was the drag dinner show, the first one in Delft. And for those who don't know what Delft is about, no one really knows what Delft is about. It's
kind of dead.
It's a student city, but it's a student city for technical students predominantly, because it has a technical university of Delft. And let's just say we have one gay bar, and that gay bar comes from the 70s. And a lot of stuff that we do is more conceptual and more like just out there, because we have the right audience for it. The more quieter and the more appreciative, like, audience that doesn't mind if you do weird shit. Yeah.
Which is why I love being a guest performer, because my drag is very straightforward sometimes. But yesterday I did like new jazz, like modern jazz, and it was like received very well. So I love that.
I feel like you could. Yeah, you did have the right nerds for that in the audience, but I feel like you could have done that anywhere.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the song, so I hope.
I tend to do female drag specifically when I have one character in mind. And that character is Stephanie. Stephanie is an homage to the girl I used to be. And that girl was very impressed by drag queens.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, she was... When I was younger, I did not know, technically, that I was non-binary. You know, there was just not a vocabulary that was out at the time. And I thought, I really dig the femininity that drag queens are representing. I shall represent that as well. And then you just kind of, at some point, then the conclusion is just kind of look like a Barbie doll. Yeah.
It's the best way to look.
So I looked like a Barbie doll for a few years, until I figured out, no, wait, what I like about drag queens is that they are feminine in a way that they also sort of still appreciate the femininity despite being masculine. And I think that's something that's very celebrated in drag, and I think that's something that really draws me to drag. I think that's also just who I am. Just someone masculine, but also feminine, who likes to celebrate both.
Well said.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
If you have thick brows, I really suggest slaughtering your eyebrows with like a glue stick. Like really brush it through really hard so that it hurts. That's genuinely what I do. For the first layer.
I like to torture myself.
For the first layer, I just really get a lot of glue in there, really saturated with glue. And then you just brush it upwards with a spoolie or eyebrow brush, eyebrow comb, whatever you have. And then you stroke it flat with your fingers. I can't show you because mine are already done. But yeah, I just recommend a lot of glue. I put 7 layers for a reason.
My experience comes really specifically from one tutorial that really focused on get that TV paint on there, girl. Just put that TV paint on your face, make little silly shadows, and you're doing the NikkieTutorials steps.
Yeah, I really learned from NikkieTutorials. I don't know, she's really my inspiration for every step in makeup. And I just really look up to her as a person.
Is there a name? Is there a name for this specific style, or is it just beauty?
2016 glam.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
So I just started doing my eyeshadow with the NikkieTutorials Beauty Bay palette.
Shout out again, Brabant.
So yeah, I'm just starting out with like a brown transition shade, which I'm gonna pack in really and then blend it out. Because what you want to do is like stamp it in and then blend with circular motions so you get the most pigment. Wow.
See, I'm learning every step of the way. We're learning something new. This is also, I guess the reason why you're my first guest is because I know you've been making these videos before.
Yeah, I've had like a beauty guru era in like 2020 when I started doing makeup freelance. I was like, I need to get my name out there. So I started an Instagram and a YouTube and a TikTok and everything. And my name is to cringe for, but it was Bad at Makeup Guy.
And the guy in the title really makes it Bad at Makeup Guy. Not even like Bad at Makeup Guru or Bad at Makeup like
it was really
babe.
It was really embarrassing when I look back at it, so I deleted all the videos.
A learning experience.
It was a learning experience for sure. Emily Salvia says that my drag makeup is basically a bigger version of my normal makeup, so
I have personally been shifting as a person towards more like I'm an alt kid look. I'm an alt kid. I'm edgy. I'm cool. Like I dyed my hair black because I thought that was like cool and slutty. So yeah, the majority of my eye looks have also been like more like graphic eyeliners and the stuff that I would basically see some of my alternative high school students wear.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just to school, but then bigger. I have just powdered my face. I don't know. Pixie is at the step where you do like a really cunty eye.
Yeah, I'm doing my eyeshadow because, like I said, I do eyebrows, then eyes, and then the rest of my face. So different processes, different speeds.
So what we do for contour, for a feminine nose, is you basically make the nose smaller by making it pretty dark, but then in the middle you draw a tiny line, and most of the time that line gets smaller as the line goes down. But basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to really highlight the middle of the nose, as if to say, this is the nose, and that's it. There's
tiny.
no more.
It's tiny.
I'm cheating because I already have a tiny nose. So I can do what I want. It will probably still look tiny.
Go to McDonald's.
I just do normal stuff.
Let's do grocery shopping.
Oh, niet bij de deur keer, alsjeblieft. Alright, so here I go. I put some white TV paint on my brush because the white TV paint by itself is not thin enough. And I just go down the nose with that stripe in the hope that it makes my nose really itsy bitsy small.
So basically this is my holy grail for everything Caprice. It's the Mama Mitchell color case in the nude variant, and basically it's TV paint stick in a box.
Yeah.
So it's creams, which I just place and I sketch out a cut crease with it. But this takes a lot of patience.
In the spirit of learning new things today, I learned today that NikkieTutorials has a shade called Basic Trut.
It's this neutral shade which I'm gonna put in my crease.
I fucking love that it's called Basic Trut. It's basic bitch but in Dutch.
Yes, I honestly...
Genius.
And there's like another shade which is like this bright yellow, and it's called Vla.
No, not you putting custard on your face. I will say this. In 2016, 2014-ish times, this idea floated online a lot about like, oh, we wish that men would do more makeup because makeup would be cheaper. And this was very much a Tumblr thought, but the thought was more like, oh, what if straight men wore eyeliner? But now we are in an era where more men wear makeup.
It is not cheaper.
No. But I think that's a lovely, like, I think that's a cool thing to see in my lifetime.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, so I did this side, but look how satisfying this is. Ah! No, I love that.
That is really satisfying. Yes.
It's my favorite part of using the tapes. It's like the big reveal.
With my lovely one color Morphe palette that I showed. Again, I'm also using my favorite shade of red.
Is this your only Morphe palette?
Yeah. And I got it from my sister.
Oh, I love that.
3 years ago.
I have the same one, but I don't like the quality of this one. I'm sorry. It's like weird. In my drag house, I'm like known for having a hatred for Morphe, but then all my brushes are Morphe.
That's a funny little segue. Look at the difference. This is the amount of brushes that I have. This is all that I need, really. And then this whore has like triple of that.
I mean, this used to be fuller, but they're all stacked out there too. So yeah, I started doing drag 8 months ago, and it went by really fast because then I started doing shows at House of Salvia on the regular. We have a meeting at Salvia every Wednesday, and it's truly one of the brightest days of my week because I get to see my chosen family again, and we always just like have this really great time practicing with each other, doing fun stuff. We are family.
Pixie just told me that they hate that song. It's because it's overplayed at most shows.
We go to a drag show and the theme is like resembling anything that is not really a theme, like glamour. They always play like stuff like "We Are Family" at the end, and it's like it's overdone.
I'm right now doing an eyeliner. I have hooded eyelids, as you guys all know. You start your eyeliner also not at like the corner of your eye, right? You start it like right above it, like a little bit above it.
Yeah. Because that's how I like my eyeliner big.
I like transforming my eye. I can actually have eye shapes that are like a little droopy on the outside, so I want to snatch them up. I want to like make them actually go the opposite way. So what I do is I make the eyeliner not enter from the corner of my eye, but just above it, so that it makes it look like I have these little cat eyes.
Oh.
Yeah. You've been doing drag for 1 year. You performed at Cheesecake. How does someone end up at Cheesecake?
So Vicky Queen, my drag mother, she performs there a lot. I think getting gigs is all about connections.
Yeah.
So because I know Vicky, I got to perform there once.
Yeah.
And basically, I DM'd Say de Jean a while back, and now I get to perform with Say de Jean.
Yeah.
So it's really about like stepping forward and making yourself known, getting your name out there, I guess, and just asking if people would want to host you.
Having the audacity to go up to someone, hey.
Yeah, it's basically about having a big mouth but polite.
I tried going up to someone once and being like, hey, me perform here in this place for you.
And
yes.
it didn't work.
No, because I was too pussy to actually send a message afterwards. I met them in real life, and then they're like, yeah, send DM, and then I was too. But that's, it's something I guess you have to overcome in small steps.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Start with an open call maybe, or start with someone you already know. Start with, most of the things that I performed at that were not my own place were open calls. The fun part about doing alt kit makeup is like, if you mess up, it's fine because you're edgy. It's not about how clean the makeup is. I don't have to abide by standards of society. Alright, I'm gonna do a smoky eye to complete this. And Pixie's just soft airbrushing their face.
With a really big fluffy brush.
Oh my god, that sounded so Jennifer Coolidge. These guys are trying to murder me.
This is my favorite bronzer at the moment, and it's like really cheap. It's from Essence.
Yeah, shout out to Essence. They have my favorite primer, which is discontinued. Fucking, are you an ally or what?
People think I'm crazy for this, but like I like contour after I did my bronzer.
Then again, I don't use bronzer, so I'm like, yeah, bronzer can also just be like a lighter contour.
So what I do to like sharpen my contour is I take a powder foundation, which is like my holy grail, and I just
That is pretty smart, but that powder looks also like it's slightly sticky.
It's
I
not.
love how the contour lines are like the opposite, basically. I have hollowed out cheeks, and you have like little apples.
And then you blend it out.
Yeah. I am deepening my cheek right now with the contour palette.
And then I just put a little more bronzer here to like help shape out the face, because I have a double chin.
For me, the next step would probably be details and lips.
For me, it's finishing my eyes.
Oh my god, bro, you've been doing your eyes for like an hour.
I know.
I would really like to have insights from other people on this channel of how they do their specific drag makeup. So if you are watching, you're a friend of mine and you're like, yeah, I would like that, just, you know, again, drop a DM. For some people that's scary, but don't worry, I'm like super approachable. If anything, that's my saving grace. Is like, at most shows, I am the most approachable person there. Because I'm not that tall. I'm not that scary. Unless I want to be. But I noticed that that's sort of like my superpower, or my thing that can be the most proud of, is like my...
Are you Miss Congeniality?
Am I? Maybe.
I always feel like Trixie Mattel when I put on blush, because it makes me happy.
No, but it really, I didn't do my blush yet, but it really does. It really, hold on, let me join you. We finally have actually synchronized. We can both.
Are we at the same steps?
Oh my god, I guess we are now. I'm taking my super highlight, e-girl red. I'm just gonna go like this. Oh, that's very red. Really sticky cherry lip thing from Hema. It's not that good, but what I do is I powder some really brown eyeshadow, and it creates like this sort of airbrushy dark black lip. Or we got that on camera, didn't we? Oh, that's so satisfying.
It's one of my favorite lipsticks.
Oh, cute. What is it?
It's from She Glam. It's like this really pretty rosy nude.
Yeah, that's nice. We're in the we feel it phase.
Feeling our cut.
Yeah, we've arrived to like the, oh yeah, this is believable. Quick! Who can make it to the finish line faster?
Probably you. Because I take really long on my lashes.
No, but we're not doing lashes on screen. We're not gonna torture people like that.
Fair enough.
We did a show yesterday together. We just didn't do that just with the two of us. We did that with both of our drag houses, and that was lovely.
I was there with my drag mother, Vicky Vi Queen, Sherry Lazuli, my dearest drag sister. House of Holographic Hosts brought 3 of their beauties.
I had this idea half a year ago that we really wanted to make a big dinner drag show because the gay bar that I am a part of, the little community, has existed for 55 years. So we wanted to celebrate that big, and then we were like, what if we just invite multiple drag houses?
It was really fun.
And that worked. That worked out really well.
In total, we were with 12 drag artists, and I think that really worked because we were big in number.
Yeah. And big in size.
Yes.
I mean,
There were-
Mama Queen is like, what, 2 meters and
Yeah,
55
she's like-
centimeters?
she's taller than me and Vicky, which
Yeah.
like doesn't happen often. So I was like in awe of her beauty.
But yeah, everyone had a really great time. Shout out for everyone who came to Delft or was there, especially for us. And yeah, I think it was, to me, I think a good milestone, because it's one of the shows that I've not only performed in, but was also part of creating. And I create a lot of my own shows, or help organizing with. But I think this was like the biggest one we've done so far.
It was really fun and well organized. So
Yeah.
good job.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do mascara, lashes, and maybe even wigs and outfits, and then we'll be right back. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh, who are these ladies? Who are these women? Why are they in my house? Why are they in my house? Thus concludes our little get together. We yeah, I think we both like to do drag because it celebrates femininity.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think that's, of course, I like to do drag as well because it celebrates gender fluidity. But I love bringing out Stephanie from time to time, and this is Pixie in her full glory.
It's me when
Yeah.
I'm beautiful.
But you're always beautiful. Yeah. And I think you can find many tutorials on how to be a drag queen or how to look like a drag queen already on YouTube. I think what we mostly want to tell people is like, find your own way, shape your own face, and don't be scared to reach out because there's always people who want to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to send a message. Cheers.
For the people of Pixie, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at it's Princess Pixie _.
Yeah. Anywhere else?
I do have a TikTok, but it's inactive.
Oh. Yeah, and you can find me on Sir Valentijn at Instagram.
And if you ever want to see me at one of my shows, keep in check with the House of Sylvia Instagram.
Last time I did a shout out to Kings in the Netherlands, but in this case, I'm just doing a solo shout out to Princess Pixie, but also House of Sylvia. Yeah. All right, Sir Valentijn and Princess Pixie.
Out.
Out. What are you glaring at, huh? What are you glaring at? What are you glaring at?
What are you looking at? Is there something on my face?
Yes, dirt.